Good evening, City Council. My name is Tim Beeman, Assistant Director of Public Works, here to discuss additional project contingency and budget appropriation transfer for the Aquifer Storage and Recovery Completion Project, PW 2008. The recommendation is that the City Council approve and authorize an additional project contingency in the amount of $1 million to Agreement A8261 with Speece Construction Company, Inc. for a new not-to-exceed contract value of $5,583,700 and extend the completion date to February 1st, 2026 for the Recycled Water Aquifer Storage and Recovery Completion Project, C2021, and the City Manager to approve a budget appropriation transfer in the amount of $1,402,349 from the Recycled Water Backbone Hueneme Phase 2 C1001 Water Bond Fund 609 to the Recycled Water Aquifer Storage and Recovery Completion Project C2021 and corresponding transfers from the Water Capital Fund 602. Bit of background on the ASR well. In 2017, the ASR well and associated monitoring wells were drilled. That's all the work below ground. The ASR well civil and mechanical construction began in April 2021. And through requests for information from the contractor, we identified incomplete portions of the design. This may sound a little bit of a repeat based on another staff report we brought to City Council for approval in July 2024. And that's when City Council approved an agreement with Carollo Engineering for engineering services related to completing those design components. So these components listed here were partially in the design, but partially incomplete. And so the original bid package that was presented, if fully constructed, would not result in a successfully commissioned ASR well. Those components include the water and fire service, the SCADA system, the Southern California electrical services, and on-site electrical, and also the backflushing infrastructure. So since the end of July, we have actually completed the design for the water and sewer service, or water and fire service, and the backflushing infrastructure, and provided that to the contractor. And the SCADA design is also well on its way. We have a full list of the equipment and with lead times for that equipment. And the lead times on that particular equipment is why we're asking for the extension of the actual contract itself. The SCE connection and on-site electrical has also been provided to the contractor, and we are beginning construction on that in this month. As part of the design completion, Carollo assisted us with the preliminary construction cost estimate of $1 million for these remaining items. The financial impact: the total cost for the additional contingency needed for this agreement is $1 million, which brings the total value of this agreement from $4,583,700 to $5,583,700 with Speece Construction Company. It is recommended that the additional contingency is funded from water bonds in Fund 609. So we work directly with finance to determine the best place to pay for these. And these water bonds were obtained some number of years ago and were actually meant for these recycled water projects to begin with. And where the bonds are currently sitting is with the backbone for Hueneme Phase 2, which is substantially complete except for a few right-of-way items that are left to obtain. We recommend the transferring of all the funds of the 609 funds, which is $1,402,349 from C1001 to C2021, since the Hueneme Phase 2 pipeline is substantially complete. This concludes the presentation.